Some days you win the battles, some days you leave scars, and I love it. Never been easy, but I wouldn't change a minute of it. It's something how we're running through the shadows and the life is coming. No matter how long the race is, no matter how long the race is. Some days you win the.
I've been doing that all day. I think I'm just really enjoying the music that all the guests today have. No, actually, it's just I'm making an error, but that's okay. Hey, guys, welcome back. We are joined for the final interview tonight, and I'm so glad to kind of have as much time as we need and not be pressured to be able to spend some time with this next artist. We met him in February at Country Radio Seminar in Nashville, and let me bring on Matt Koerner. Hi, Matt. Oh, there we go. I had your mic muted. How are you?
I'm great, Laura. How are you? It's good to see you.
You too. I was saying, it's been since Country Radio Seminar. So that was February. Yeah. But I think that's like right before everything kind of happened. But
it was.
Usually people come back from CRS and DJs and media and PRs and labels and artists they all have the CRS crud, which sometimes is a hangover after a week of partying. And sometimes it's a cold or, from being around so many people. But I did not actually hear about the crud this year. Instead, we got thrown right into the whole quarantine thing.
Yeah, you partied at CRS. You had a long time to recover. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
That was my first experience at CRS with the song at Country Radio. So it was an amazing 3 or 4 days for me. I absolutely enjoyed it, and you were no small part of that. So I appreciate it. It was awesome.
Stop it. I'll pay you later. I'll Venmo it to you. And so let's talk about the name real quick, because this is something I usually have trouble with names, especially when there's extra vowels in there that don't need to be there.
Yeah.
So even though there's an extra O in there, it's pronounced Koerner.
It is. Yeah, this is not the correct spelling. We printed up these phonetic spelling of these shirts. And Koerner.
I told you how happy I am to see those, and that I have to have one, because I think that is something every artist with a difficult last name should be required to have phonetically correct shirts.
The name is Koerner, and it looks like corner. And I've been called Matt for my entire life, and I don't blame people. But when we were going out, when we released the race to Country Radio, Michael Heckler, he's our marketing guy on our team, was like, we need to send them your name and then next to it a phonetic spelling of their name, because you're just going to forever be, and here's the race by Matt Koerner, and it's going to be like that forever, and people are going to know you for that.
Yeah.
Speaking of CRS, so we sent it out with my name and then the phonetic spelling next to it. And a bunch of program directors came up to me at CRS and were like, you're the new guy with the phonetic spelling next to his name. That was a good name. So,
yeah, great marketing plan there.
Thanks,
he should get a bonus. He should get his like 0.0000 of a penny, like however that
shirts.
However that breaks down. But no, they're amazing, and you all can go to the website and order those now. They are available. So
MattKoernermusic.com, spelled the normal way. MattKoerner music.com. You can order
the normal way. But and actually, I mean, how cool though too, because now that the shirts are out, if I'm wearing my t-shirt, somebody's going to be like, what's that mean? And I can be like, let me tell you.
It's a conversation starter.
It is.
Hopefully.
It is. That all positive thinking here.
Yeah.
Like if you think it'll happen, you can, that whole philosophy thing. So since we're on the topic of the name, so you were telling us your poor wife.
Mm-hmm.
And you're newlyweds. Like you just got married in August.
Yeah. We got married in August last year, so we're not even a year in yet. We're still.
So speaking of Koerner, what did you say that?
So at my wedding, my sister Emily gave a speech, and part of her speech was epic. But part of her speech was, she's like, Linz, today you are known as Lindsay Koerner, but for the rest of your life you will be known as Lindsay Koerner. Just get used to it. And she was like, there you go. So She's already gotten used to it, even though we're not a year in yet.
Well, and I told you that I've not met your wife, but I can't wait to, because
you will.
I've got to hear her just on some of the videos, and she sounds like the sweetest person. And so I really can't wait to meet her. But let's talk about something real quick. So Memorial Day was kind of special.
Yes, it was. It was a very.
It was.
Let's. You want to talk about it? We can talk about it.
I want to. Let me share it, and then let me show everybody what we're talking about, and then we can talk about it a little bit more.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah. True story right there. Matt Koerner and Staying Alive in 45, Grandpa's song. A song he wrote for his late grandfather, Carl Joseph Koerner. Our country. World War II.
Okay. I mean, Matt, like, I'm tearing up now, but I watched that Monday night, and I was crying with you, and I was so happy for you. So tell us about this.
First of all, Don Jarrett Ellis up at KTHK in Idaho Falls, thank you so much for playing that song. That means the world to me. But I didn't expect to cry. He told me, he was like, we're going to do a Memorial Day Matt Koerner show for 4.5 hours on Memorial Day, and we're going to play that song. It was its radio debut. It's a song I wrote about my grandfather. And I told my family, my friends and everything, and it started to play. And I didn't expect to cry, but it was a flood of emotions that hit me. I'm very, very proud of that song. It's a song that obviously means a lot to me and my family. And so towards the end of it, I just started bawling my eyes out. And Lynn's is like filming me. I was telling you the story before we started the interview. She's filming me in the beginning of it. She like comes up and she gets the angle of me, and I'm like crying, and she looks at me. She's like, "You got a double chin." so I'm having this emotional moment. She hooked me up. She had my back. Was like, you need to lift up your chin.
Look, let me tell you, if you've not even been married a year yet, you have gone through your first radio single with the race, and then you've gone through quarantine with her, and she is still, as of Monday night, still making sure she has your back, and you look the best you can while you're crying, which is okay. Then I think she's a keeper.
I think so too. That's for sure. But that was incredible, and we were texting back and forth. And my dad sent me a selfie. He's bawling his eyes out. Like our whole family was crying, and it was just an amazing moment, and it's a moment in my career that I'll never forget for the rest of my life. To hear that song get played on the radio, again, I can't thank Don enough for doing that. And then he played it again the next day. So, what an awesome guy, man.
Yeah, I mean, and the song is so. Anybody that has lost a grandfather in general, especially one you're close to, but I can only imagine what it's like for you, for all of those emotions, the debut of it, having it as a tribute on Memorial Day. Yeah. And so, I have goosebumps even thinking about it again. I know I messaged you and said I was so proud of you. And I mean it, because we did just meet in February, but it's so cool to see these things happen to artists when you all are giving us the vulnerability and are going places that are hard to go sometimes, just in general, to have a conversation. But when you publicly put that out there, these emotions, and not knowing, that has to be I don't know how people are going to take that, but just to open up and share his story with us and allow us in. Thank you from a fan anyway. And I think a lot of people are going to feel that way about that.
Yeah. Thank you for listening to it. I think obviously you hear this all the time, songs people can see through if you're being fake. And when you write a song that has real and raw emotion, I think it really comes through. And that song, I say all the time, it's a song about my grandfather, but I have people who come up to me all the time and tell me that it reminds them of a story of their dad or their mom, right, their grandpa, right, or brother, or whatever. And it's a song that it's a story about my grandfather that I think triggers, memories for people of their own experiences. So,
which is a gift in and of itself to be able to do, because, yes, I think that's what
believe me, I wasn't going for that. I wasn't consciously being like, I'm going to write a song that is going to trigger everybody's memories. I got lucky.
Don't be triggering stuff, Matt. Stop it. Stop triggering stuff. No, don't ever stop it. Don't ever stop it. So apparently there's a comment that says that jean jacket, though, for a minute
came from the sister who gave that epic speech.
For a minute, I was thinking, literally, I looked at the screen and went, "What's wrong with my jacket?"
Emily Koerner.
Yeah, Koerner. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I was like, "What is wrong with it? I don't know what's wrong with it."
I didn't notice. We're wearing together.
We match. Yeah,
we go.
Yeah. Lindsay called me beforehand. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Well, since I've got you laughing now, let's just go ahead and go into and take us into Staying Alive in 45.
Donnie, this is a sentimental song. He's like making jokes. It's the Canadian tuxedo.
Thank you, Emily. I appreciate it, Emily.
Oh man. Well, okay. The story. So this song, like we've alluded to, it's a song about my grandpa. My grandpa was a World War II vet. And when I was a kid, I would always ask him about his experience in World War II, and something he never wanted to talk about. But I was really, really young, and I didn't understand why he didn't want to talk about his time during the war in Germany. So I kept asking him. And one day he sat me down at his dinner table and talked to me for 3 hours about his experience in World War II. And I'll never forget that. And so I wanted to write a song about one of the stories he told me. He was 18 years old when he was sent over to southern Germany to fight. And he and 30 men were running along a riverside, and they were being chased by a German battalion that outnumbered them pretty heavily. They came to a fork in the river, and on the right-hand side, a bridge crossed over the river, and Grandpa's sergeant stopped the 30 men and picked 5 of them to stay back at the bridge so that when the German battalion caught up, those 5 would slow them down for as long as they could so the other 25 could run off and get away. It was a suicide mission. And Grandpa, at 18 years old, was one of those 5 chosen to stay back at the bridge. And he made it through. And I am on your Facebook Live show, so he obviously made it through. Thank God for that. And at the end of the song, you find out how he made it through. So it's called Stayed Alive in 45. Made its radio debut a couple days ago. Woo! Up in Idaho Falls. I hope you guys enjoy it. Here we go. Hey boy, won't you take a seat? Grandma fix you something to eat. Got a few things I'd like to say to you. Haven't spoken words since the fight, but I wanna talk now, only God knows why. Take a couple minutes, can I have a few? Told me a story that I never heard, and I hung on to every word. Just a few years older than you, he sent me to a place I barely knew, a whole nother world on the other side. And living off the food the army lent and the cigarettes my mama sent, I stayed alive in 45. Along the riverside we were running. Yes, son, you could hear them coming. Came to a fork, a bridge on the right. Sergeant looked us dead in the eye, said, "Fighter, you boys are gonna stay behind. Slow 'em down so we can run into the night." I heard my name and I started to shake. For my brothers to live, you know what it's gonna take. So we hunkered on in and I said a prayer and talked to God like He was standing right there. I got so much to do before I die. And people always say there's a greater plan, but I swear to you I'll be a better man if I stay alive in 45. And I've seen the sights and I've heard the sounds of a lot of good men dropping hit the ground. But I ain't going out like that, there ain't no way. 'Cause it's not my day, it's not my day. They got so close I could see their breath. They looked right, but they went left. Should've seen it when we ran like hell. Today I'm living well. Can look my grandson in the eye. One day you'll have kids and a wife. You can tell them they can sleep tight. I stayed alive in 45.
Oh my God.
Koerner song, man.
It is so amazing. Oh my gosh. And
I appreciate it.
all the love that you're getting on there from family members about your grandfather too. But I mean, and let me tell you, here's what I was once I got out of crying mode and memory mode, I went into like journalist mode or review mode. And I could hear Jamie Johnson and In Color. Like, that's what that reminded me of.
Yes. I love it.
Where the hell did those vocals come from?
I don't know. My other grandfather on my mom's side.
I mean,
sing.
he can sing.
He can sing. Yeah. He's from Chicago. He's been in Topeka, Kansas for the last, I don't know, 50 years or so.
Okay, you've got to get the Nashville twang about that. I know California is where you were from.
Yeah.
But he can sing.
He can sing.
There you go. Like that looked like it hurt your jaw a little bit.
It cracked. Could you hear it? My jaw cracked with that. Yeah. Well, I'm caught in the middle. Like in Nashville, people are like, "You're not from around here, are you?" And then I'll go back home to California. People are like, "You got a Southern accent now. What's going on with you?" So I'm in limbo.
Well, you know, it's going to depend on probably where you stay the longest.
yeah, probably. Yeah.
Okay, so that one's not out for purchase yet. Download streaming yet?
I'm actually this Friday, not this Friday. What's today? Wednesday. Next Friday, June 5th or whatever. Next Friday. Okay. I'm getting into the remember the Swan Brothers? So I'm getting into the studio.
Zach.
I'm getting into the studio with Zach and a bunch of guys on next Friday. We're gonna re-record State Alive in 45. We're gonna try to make it more radio friendly, so we can possibly release it as a single. So.
Look, I've got chill goosebumps again. Yeah, I mean that's good company to be with right there.
Oh, I love those guys, man. They're great people.
I keep telling them.
Oh, Mamas, have you heard that yet?
I can't. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. I'm not talking about it.
Oh my God, fantastic.
It is. And being a mother, I'm like, I don't even know why I bother wearing makeup. By the time I get done talking to everybody, it's like,
well, you're a crack. Just own it. own it, and it's coming. I love it. I'm a crier too. So
yeah,
there you go.
There you go. We'll just all have a big cry session. The Matt Koerner Cry Corner.
All right, we'll see if that sticks.
See if we can get that to work.
Yeah.
Okay. So your single that's out right now is The Race, and that's the one that we were promoting at Country Radio Seminar.
Yeah.
So one thing I did not know about this, and I went back to even look at our interview, we didn't talk about your battle with cancer.
Yeah. I was I had cancer back in 2016. It was actually Linz and I met at the very end of 2015, and within 2 months I was diagnosed with cancer. So, and she's a nurse. She's actually studying to be a nurse anesthetist at the moment. She's getting her doctorate in that. And but at the time we were brand new. And I mean, I got diagnosed with cancer, and she stuck around. Not only did she stick around, but she helped me through that entire rough process of going through that, along with my friends and family, my parents and my sister. And I had friends who drove me to chemo, and just the love and support through that time in my life has really humbled me for sure. It makes me think like tough days aren't so tough, to be honest with you.
Right. I mean, and we were talking about Daryl Mosley, who was on before you, and his song The Secret to Life, and how so that just kind of reminded me of that when you said that, because some tough days when you go through something like that, like that's not the secret to everything, and having all this having fancy things, and I don't know what I'm trying to say. I do know what I'm trying to say. It's just not coming out correct. But
things don't get stressed out over all the little stuff, and even the big stuff. You're gonna get through it, and just try to just.
Like, what a great attitude, Matt. Like, I loved you before we started this, but like, I love you more now. And I didn't think that was possible, but it happened. But that song has been doing so great.
Man, I just found out today. So it's, The Race, having that song at Country Radio has been so much fun. Getting to see all the different states and radio stations that have been playing. It's playing all over the country, which is unbelievable to me. And we're working into the top 50 on the Country Music Row chart. So we'll see if it gets in there this week. I found out today CDX does a true indie chart, and it jumped from 19 to 15. So, and I know a lot of those radio stations kind of carry over to the Music Row.
And the Music Row comes out tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So it's like after 2:00, if I remember correct, something like that. But
yeah,
I know I'm excited to see, but it'll be pretty cool to see where it goes, because it's the fact that it's still climbing and that it's still being played like that. It says a lot about the song itself. And
I really think I'm playing it. It's so awesome.
Well, let's segue right into that one then. Do you want to play that one for us?
Heck yeah.
Let's segue into that.
I'd love to. So I wrote the song I moved to Nashville in 2014 from California. And I lived in Mount Juliet, which is about 30 minutes east of the city, for about 6 or 7 months. And then I moved into a house with 3 of my buddies. And I lived there for about 3.5 years in Donaldson, just right outside of Nashville. And one of my roommates, Mike Bay, he and I wrote the song one morning. It was really cool to be able to live with some musicians, because we'd wake up in the morning, throw on a pot of coffee, and go, all right, song. And that was one of those mornings where we just said, let's write a song today. And within about an hour and a half, we had this tune. It's called The Race. And it's about the journey of life. And I want to be the next Luke Bryan or next Garth Brooks, right? But it's going to take a lot of no's, a lot of hardships. We're going to go to a lot of awesome places. We're going to meet a lot of great people along the journey of getting to that. And that's what The Race is about. It's about enjoying just the process of getting to where you want to go. So,
well, you take it away, man.
The Race.
Thanks, Laura. Here we go. We got the Emerald here, Benny here, Becky here. Then you got Philip here, and Austin too. Feel like running the
How we're running through the shadows of the light that's coming. No matter how long the race is, no matter how long the race is, man, we're gonna run it.
Come on, Margie.
St. Louis, LA down to Birmingham, we've been through it.
That's right.
I met a lot of new faces. That's my favorite thing about all of these places. They're with me to fight the battles. They help me hear the scars, and I love it. Never been easy, but I wouldn't change a minute of it. Ain't it something? How we're running through the shadows of the light that's coming. No matter how long the race is, no matter how long the race is, man, we're gonna run it. Woo! And I love it. Never been easy, but I wouldn't change a minute of it. Ain't it something? How we're running through the shadows of the light that's coming. No matter how long the race is, 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 man, we're gonna run it. Yeah, we're gonna run it. Yeah, we're gonna run it. Shirley Ogden, what's going on, Ogden crew?
Race, baby.
Yay! Great job, Matt. That was there was a little bit of a sound issue at the beginning of it, but it cleared up. No, it cleared up. It was muffled just a little. It cleared up, and see, it was nothing to worry about.
Exactly. That's the small stuff. It's all right.
It worked out just fine, and people are loving it too. So I'm noticing. So the Koerner crew, is that just a family name, or is that a fan club name?
I don't know. You guys tell me. Is that the new fan club name? Koerner crew, Koerner corner. I think.
Yeah.
What was the someone came up with the Matt Maniacs. I don't know.
That one's kind of good because you're very animated when you perform. That's a great thing. I mean, I love that because that just means you're having a great time too, doing what we love to have you do. So, okay, so throw it out there.
I hope it comes across. So it's fun.
Yeah, let's throw it out there and let people decide on what to call the fan club.
Yeah, there you go. Koerner crew, Koerner corner, or the Matt Maniacs. I think those are the three that have been thrown out there. So.
Koerner corner. I love that one.
Very cool. You like the Matt Maniacs?
I do like that, but I also think that the Koerner corner is funny.
Yeah.
Because it is.
Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna have these forever, or maybe I will. I have no idea. But it could be like K this and then corner. But then I don't know. It's gonna confuse people. It's already confusing, so we're already there. So I might as well just do it.
Maybe you could just put the correct spelling above it, and then in parentheses put the pronunciation of it.
I like it.
We'll figure it out. Between you and your amazing wife and all of these fans that you have, and I'll probably shoot you my input too. So
what I can get. I could use all the help I can get.
Well, we definitely love you. And before we let you go, I told you that I wanted to challenge you a little bit.
Okay.
So I've done this with a couple other artists.
Yeah.
And I mean, you watched one, you just didn't hear, you just don't remember exactly what the challenge was.
Nope.
Okay, so everybody was doing at the beginning of the quarantine, everybody was doing the deep cuts challenge.
Deep cuts. Okay.
Deep cuts be already.
I got a deep cut. I swear to God, I didn't really know what the challenge was, but I got
Yeah, no, you didn't. You didn't.
I think it's technically a deep cut. I think
it's what a deep cut is to you. So
yeah, it's Keith Urban, and it's from like early on in his career, and I don't know if it was a single or not, but I love this song, so we're gonna play.
All right, we'll play it for us.
I can remember all the lyrics.
All right, that's okay.
Do I tell you what the name of the song is, or just play it?
Whatever. What we're gonna know probably.
Boy, by Keith Urban.
All right, there you go.
That was never a single, was it?
I don't think so.
Like Somebody Like You and that fast car.
Yeah.
Whatever it was. Okay, here we go. Yeah. She was precious like a flower. She grew wild and innocent. The perfect prayer in a desperate hour. She was everything beautiful, different. Stupid boy. You can't fence that in, stupid boy. It's like holding back the wind. She let her heart so right in your head. Stole the red dream and it crushed her flame. She never even knew she had a choice, but that's what happens when the only voice is telling her she can't. Stupid boy. So, what made you think you could take a life? Push it around. I guess you held yourself up so high. You had to take her, break her down. She let her heart so right in your head. You stole the red dream and you crushed her flame. She never even knew she had a choice, but that's what happens when the only voice is telling her she can't. You stupid boy. Oh, why'd you always have to be right? Now you lost the only thing that ever made you feel alive. Whoa. You let her heart so right in your head. Stole the red dream and crushed her plans. She never even knew she had a choice. That's what happens when the only voice is telling her she can't. You stupid boy. I'm same old stupid boy. It took a while her to figure out she could run. When she did, she was long gone, long gone. Yeah, deep cut, man. Got the lighter.
Oh, actually, here, I thought I was going to have to I got a real edge and doesn't work. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that song is such an amazing, it is a deep cut. I think so, but it's an amazing song. And somebody was right. Watch out, Urban, that you're killing it.
Shirley or Penny. Shirley and Penny love Keith Urban, and I love them for that. He's my favorite.
Let's see. It was Debbie.
Debbie. Yeah, Debbie and Jeff. I love
it. I agree, Penny. He should open for Keith.
Me too.
You know,
I think we're all on the same page on that one. Keith, if
I could make that happen, I would absolutely make that happen. Let's see. Hey, Keith, really? I'm on board with that. So I tell you what, everybody needs to share it and tag Keith Urban in it.
Bang! I love it.
There you go.
I love it
because it is amazing, and that is a deep cut. And I'll be honest.
Before I moved to Nashville.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. That song, and I've never said this before, so I'm going to say it live now. That song, it takes me back to a bad relationship, and I was like, I mean, you're just a stupid person. But it takes you a while to get out of that, to be able to realize the other person, how stupid they were, and they're still stupid today, and that's okay.
Totally never change.
I'm on the screen with Matt Koerner.
Got me some Laura. I love it.
There you go. I love you so much. And
how's Mark?
Mark's doing good. I'm sure he's watching. He's in the other room with the. We were talking about the new puppy we got, so he's watching the baby.
Yeah, what's going on, Mark?
But he is watching.
Did you tell me the name? I know she's 4 months.
No, I did not. Okay, so the series on Amazon Prime, The Amazing Miss Maisel.
Okay.
Her name is Miriam Maisel.
Miriam Maisel. All right.
We call her Maisie. So, but yeah, if you've ever seen the show, it's set, I don't know, in the 50s or 60s and she's trying to be a comedian. So she's always.
I did see parts of that. Yeah.
So she's always very proper, and so she's a pretty little. The baby is a little black and white. She's white with a lot of black little spots on her. And so then her harness is like this plaid black harness with this bow. So it's perfectly vintage for like that era. And it worked out. But so that was I'm going into a whole lot of detail about my puppy's name.
Well, I forgot about that show. Doesn't she like, she can't perform in front of her dad or something? And then she goes into some more like kind of risque kind of jokes and stuff like that. Yeah.
So and so we felt that was one of our quarantine binges, and we fell in love with the show, and then we just happened to get the puppy, and it's like, oh, okay, Maisie would be cool, but you have to give them a full name, because that way when I'm angry with her, I can say, Miriam X Maisel, get over here, and she's like, what?
She knows.
Got it all figured out. So what do you have coming up? Do you have any shows scheduled yet, or just
so Broadway here in Nashville is starting to open up, and I'm playing Tin Roof on Broadway the next 2 Saturdays.
Okay.
11 a.m. to 3 p.m. I think this weekend I'm playing with my really good buddy Tim Baumgartner. I wrote a song called Welcome to the Doghouse with him. He and I are playing on this Saturday, and then a really good friend of mine, Jordan Anderson, we're playing the next Saturday. And then I'm supposed to be going out to California. Got a lot of California people watching right now. We're keeping our fingers crossed that like 4 or 5 months ago, I booked a bunch of gigs in California for 2 weeks, and just a little less than half of them have confirmed that they're gonna go. If we can get more than half of them, then I'm gonna stay out in California and play some gigs out there. So.
Okay, well, we're gonna head down to Nashville in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Mark's actually coming into the room to bring me the baby, so I can show you the baby.
All right. Miss Maisel. It looks like a Chihuahua Dalmatian mix.
Right? Right? Look. She's teething badly. There's Mr. Matt. See? She's like, okay, I'm going back to daddy now.
There you go. Thanks for bringing out, Mark.
He said, good job. But we're going to try and head down to Nashville in a few weeks. And
You guys go grab a drink.
Yeah, we definitely want to catch up with it. We've got, I've been telling everybody, it's like, okay, we're going to have dinner. So I think we're going to end up probably being there for 2 weeks, as many. Great. But you know what? We miss everybody so much, and need to get away from here just a little bit.
Right.
We're in Kentucky.
Kentucky,
so
not too far.
We're 2 hours and 15 minutes from Nashville.
You can shoot down here for lunch.
We drove 3 hours to get the dog, so we can drive.
There you go. Absolutely. That's great.
Everybody can find you on all social medias and the web.
Yeah, Facebook. There's 2 pages on Facebook. So Matt Koerner, not spelled the phonetic way, regular way, Koerner. So search for Matt Koerner Music on both Facebook and Instagram. And then my personal page, I post a lot of stuff on my personal page too on Facebook too. It's just Matt Koerner. MattKoernermusic.com. You can check out these shirts. You can check out the music. We released the EP about a month ago. And we got some new music coming out soon. A lot of cool things going to be happening. And
it's so good. And we have been running the website down there. So if anybody misspells it, well,
there it is.
It'll probably redirect you. But thank you everybody for joining us tonight. It's been so much fun, and I've enjoyed doing this. We had been doing some takeovers, and then it was like, okay, let's do this, because then you all miss singing as much as I miss talking. And everybody in this house is like, somebody else talk to her.
I love it. This is fantastic. Thank you so much for having me. This is
You're
great.
welcome. You're welcome. I'm sending you.
Go ahead.
No, it reminds me of an episode of Family Guy.
No, I was just going to say thank you to everybody who tuned in too. I love you guys very, very much. The other thing too, Facebook Lives on Mondays and Fridays on the Matt Koerner page, just Matt Koerner, my normal page on Facebook. I do it every Monday and Friday. I'm going to continue to do it. So come on back, and I take requests, make a fool out of myself sometimes, do a lot of interacting like this. So
he takes challenges. He'll take challenges. So.
Yeah, I love taking challenges. It's fun.
Okay. I love you so much. And tell Lindsay I said hi, and I'm giving you hugs. And
I will. Laura, thank you so much for allowing me to do this. This is great.
Oh, you're welcome, Matt. You all make sure you check him out. All the social medias, go like, follow, subscribe, share, buy, download, stream, all that stuff.
All the above. Tag Keith Urban.
Yeah. Oh, and yes, everybody tag Keith Urban in this video. Yes. Tag him, hashtag it, tag Keith Urban, hashtag Nicole too. That way, if he doesn't see it, she sees it. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. So we can get Matt Koerner to open for Keith Urban.
I like it.
I like that, Bill.
That is going to happen. I can't wait.
So Mark just said to you, he hopes to see you too soon.
Awesome. Soon too. Let me know when you guys are down here. We'll grab food or drink.
We sure will. We sure will. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, you guys. You guys take care.